So here's the thing. I'm a bigger fan than you guys are. We're all Power Ranger fans, so I feel the need to bring this to you guys' attention and ask what you think, all right? Okay, first of all, let me start with the bad news. The Blue Rangers aren't here whatsoever. Let me just put that out there. I don't want y'all to have expectations. There's no Blue Ranger in the building, sir. However, how would you guys feel if I switched it up and showed a little love to my Black Rangers? Would y'all? Y'all will rock with that? Okay. So that's actually what I'm doing right now. And to kick it off is no better way to start it than to have one of the best Black Rangers of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, start clapping your hands, make some noise for Johnny Young Bosch. This guy is a superhero.
When I heard the Blue Crew fell asleep, slept in, and bailed on their panel, I decided to fill in. But I would like to introduce my lead guitarist, Polo Yazaki.
Nice.
How many of you guys were at our show last night? All right. Are you lying? All right, good. Did you guys have fun? Yeah? Have you guys had a good con so far? Sweet. Awesome. Blue Crew is probably going to show up here right at the end, actually.
Hey,
Let those sprinkle in, you know?
My favorite Ranger is Black anyway, so I'm glad that we start doing this right now. Let me do this. I want to set this up the proper way, man. First and foremost, I don't think you guys understand how huge this is to have these guys here. I literally go over to the thing. I'm like, he has a line already. I'm like, hey, Johnny, would you mind? And he's like, how many people in there? I'll definitely go in there. I was like, yo, just like that. He could have been Hollywood and be like, no, he's here. So what I would like to do, if you wouldn't mind, let's start the line over here, actually. I want to start a line for everybody who has questions. I want to make sure you guys get questions asked.
Now, microphone's over here, though.
Oh, it's over there? Cool. You still first in line.
You start the line here, and then walk over here.
So look, I want everybody who has a question to ask their question. I want to make sure we get to everybody in the line because we don't have Johnny for that long. Also, we had a situation yesterday. This is the only reason I'm saying this. Make sure you keep your questions super respectful, super in the realm of Johnny Young Bosch, Eyeshine, the entire situation, because we're fortunate to have them here. And what?
We don't care. It's fine.
Huh?
We don't care about that. Whatever. You guys ask whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
Say your name, man. What's your question, buddy?
All right, my name is Angel. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico!
Oh, welcome to LA.
Right. Johnny, with all the work you've done in voice acting, which is amazing, by the way, as well, would you ever consider taking like a lead voice role in Power Rangers as a villain or maybe an ally?
Yeah, that'd be cool, actually. It'd be cool to kind of come back as a voice. Or Adam 2.0.
Adam 2.0.
And he's a robot now.
Woo!
Hey, we got more Black. What's up? See? Always bet on Black, you guys.
Always
bet on Black.
We were just here. Is this where we just were? Yeah, okay, good. All right. This is where we did the
Wait,
martial
you were
arts
just
class
in
this
here?
morning. Yeah.
Oh.
we did a little
Good
karate
morning.
lesson.
Did a demo? Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, they won.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They kicked my face, too.
You know what? I got to say something to you that I didn't say, but you guys might be familiar with a project that's been going on called The Order.
Yeah.
And, you know, like everybody was kind of precast in these roles, you know, before actually getting to shoot or any of that stuff and knowing anybody's abilities. And I'd seen Azim at like another con or whatever, at SAC Anime or whatever. But I didn't know his abilities. But then after working on The Order, dude, you've got moves, man. Like, for real. Legit. And me and Wald, too, we were like, we got to get that guy in some stuff, man. Because that guy can actually hold his own, you know. It's really nice to see him work, you know. We could see the ability that you can do. It was actually
man,
pretty
I appreciate
cool.
that. I had such a fun time in that project. And that's what, whoever was in the Order panel yesterday, I had a little moment. They asked me what was it like to be the youngest member, and I kind of, I didn't really know how to answer that, but it was just super fun to be a part of that project. David Wald is a legend. Do you guys know who that is?
David Wald actually started off as the he was the Blue Ranger stunt guy. He basically, anytime you saw a Blue Ranger in the helmet or a Goldar walking around doing stunts, that was Wald. Like he was always a putty or a monster or Blue Ranger. But now if you look him up on IMDb, he's been in everything.
He's got those splits.
Yeah, he's got that crazy. He's a Ninja Turtle, actually. He was Donatello, I think, in the original Ninja Turtles. He was the one that
he was a Ninja
kicked up
Turtle
in the air.
before the show even came out. That's just
Exactly.
how people describe
Yeah,
it.
right.
They're like, yeah, he's the Ninja Turtle. That's awesome.
But
Thanks
no,
for having
yeah.
us.
Sweet.
What's this panel?
What's your name? Actually, I don't.
I'm John.
This is
haven't-
John
Loudermilk.
Loudermilk,
Hi,
everybody.
how's it going?
John.
Mega Force.
He's my baby.
All right. Go.
I was on a season with Azim.
We switched bodies at one point.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Really? Nice.
I had a comb
Does
over.
that make you? Is that right? Wait, does that make you Black Ranger as well then?
Touche.
No, I was.
Holy crap.
I mean, I guess so. Technically, yeah.
You sound like there's something in your voice. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you all right?
Fine.
You a little tired?
No, I'm fine.
It's fine. Stop asking me.
I'm here.
First of all, thank you for your patience so much.
Oh wait, did you have a question?
I'm Rich from Boston,
Boston!
and my question's for Johnny. If you could come back for a single season, what season would it be if you were going to be like a main ranger? Kind of like a Dr. O type of deal.
If I could come back in any season,
Yeah, any season.
that, like that I wasn't in, you mean?
Correct. I guess you're
Can I
almost
come back in one that I was in?
As the lead?
Right, as the lead. Yeah, can I come back? Can I come back and be Tommy? I don't know, man. The only stuff that I really saw after the stuff I was on, which I didn't even watch the show when I was on it, but I mean, I watched it, but not as much. Like, I didn't watch everything. Maybe Time Force, because they had some interesting stories on Time Force, you know? And they had some, like, dark moments in Time Force, you know? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's dope. Very good question. As a matter of fact, it's like with you saying Time Force, man, I've been dabbling on my Netflix. I've been dabbling in Time Force. I didn't really see it originally. I'm a Mighty Morphin guy. Turbo, Zeo, Super Mega Force.
Yeah, I can
Lightspeed.
imagine it would be hard, though, to go from the original stuff and then into Time Force, you know?
Well, here's the thing. It's like literally during the panels this weekend, all of the fans have written the episode on how it would go. And the way that they said it was Time Force goes back to Mighty Morphin and asks them for their help. They take them back to the year 3000, beat up the villain, and then they go back. But somebody might want to stay in the year 3000 in the future.
That's interesting.
It's fan films, baby. That's how it happens. So that's what I would love to see. So how you doing, man? What's your name? What's your question, buddy?
I'm doing better than Custer. How are you?
I'll say that one more time.
I'm doing better than Custer. How are you?
I'm doing better than who?
Custer?
Yeah.
General Custer?
Like,
Yeah.
General? Oh, yeah. Yes, you are.
Because he's dead.
Meaning you're not dead.
Exactly.
Right. Meaning you are still on this side of the ground.
Hence, doing
Yeah.
better than he is. So.
You're
yes.
still upright. Okay,
right.
got it.
Hey, guys, I just want to say thank you for coming in. Thank you guys for being you guys and doing what you do. So, first of all, thank you.
Thank you for
right
watching
on, man.
and supporting us.
Johnny, I believe one year, I think it was Paul Narvey said for the first Power Rangers movie, you would practice those spins in midair on your bed.
Yeah.
And
Like
those
a Hong
made
Kong
it in,
twist or a
right,
butterfly twist.
And those like twists in the air made it into the movie. So I'm curious, would you ever try and come up with something like that? And did you ever get injured doing anything on set?
Did I? Oh yeah, I got injured often.
Like, what was your
actually.
worst injury?
Worst on Power Rangers set? I mean, the worst injury on the Power Rangers set was like hyperextending my knee, which wasn't even that bad. That happens often if you're a martial artist. But basically, the putties were grabbing my legs. I was on the ground, seated, and they grabbed my legs and they throw me. I think it was a vice versa or mirror regret. I can't remember, one of those. And they flipped me back, right? And so I flip over, but I over-rotated, and I came down like that, kind of, you know, on the first try. And I was like, okay, I tucked too hard or whatever. And, you know, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, the worst I ever did was split my head open. You know, that was like a day 3 of shooting. They lost their actor. But it was kind of funny. That's a different story, though, but yeah.
Did you guys work with Kazu?
Yes.
Kazu's on your season?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Kazu's awesome.
He-
The stunt guys are really cool. Kazu is one. He usually did Yellow Ranger for us, though, as a dude.
He did yellow for us too.
Okay,
He
yeah.
really had fun with the posture.
Yeah, dude, they're really good, man. Sorry to ruin this for you guys, but Pink Ranger and the Yellow Ranger were dudes.
And I knew the yellow, but pink too?
Yeah, Pink too, man. Those little Polo, be Pink Ranger. Okay, he doesn't know. All right, but like there's like Yuji. Was Yuji around?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yuji
so
was
Yuji and like Yuji was a lot of times Pink Ranger, and he was about Polo's size. And but just the way they stood was like, you know.
Yeah.
And they just didn't know.
Yeah. If you were attracted to Yellow or Pink Ranger's face, great. If you were attracted to their body, you were attracted to Kazu or Yoshi.
Yeah. Like, you can imagine any kids that were like standing off around the set when we're shooting, and then it's like,
What is happening under there?
what happened to Kimberly's face?
Man, I have a lot of self-time to think about after that. How you doing? What's your name? What's your question, buddy?
Hey guys, my name's Hector from Miami, Florida.
Miami!
Hey!
Hector was in the class this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Way to
thanks
get
for
up
the karate
early,
class.
brother.
It was really fun. My question's for Johnny. Can you talk a little bit about the transition from doing the Power Rangers to voice acting?
Yeah, I can just how I got into voice acting, basically. Well, Koichi Sakamoto and the stunt team, Alpha Stunts, Yuji, and all those guys, Kazu, they wanted to do an action film, like a stunt film, and it was called Extreme Heist or Wicked Game, depending on where you are in the world. And it truly is just a stunt film. Lots of stunts in it, and they brought me on to play the lead. It was cool because I love doing action stuff, and so I got to do my stunts in there. I got to do a car hit in that. I got to do a lot of really cool stuff. And the thing was, they're Japanese. The camera was Japanese. The sound guys were not. And so when they were filming, something got screwed up in that. At the end of filming, and they had cut everything together, the audio was just static. And so I had to go in and dub myself. And as I was dubbing myself, the producer walked in and heard my voice. He's like, "Oh, you got a good young hero voice." And I didn't know what that meant at the time. I was like, cool. and then he said it again, and I was like, all right. And him and Koichi were talking, and then he was like, hey, you know what? I've got this animation thing that I'm doing. If you want to come in and audition. I was like, yeah, sure. This was after Power Rangers, so I needed a job. I was like, definitely. And then so I went in, and they basically played me this animation that had an English track over it. Then they played me in Japanese, and they said, can you do something more like the Japanese? Like, sure. So I auditioned, and then like a couple weeks later, they said, you just booked the role for Vash in Trigun, which I didn't even know. I mean, a lot of people probably don't. If you're not familiar with anime, you might not know it, but it's a pretty good show. It's like really old. It's a lot of times it's somebody's first anime, but it's a really cool show, and that was my entrance into voiceover.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, it's kind of a long story.
Great question, man. Before you ask that, Loudermilk, I have a question for you, sir. Since you are the only Blue Ranger on the panel. Which I appreciate. You know what? I'm not even beefing with the Blue Rangers because Loudermilk has taken up for every Blue Ranger by being here right now. Make a round of applause. So let me ask you,
You
man.
are representing all Blue Rangers right now. All of them.
So asking you this question, man, what was it like for you once you got the phone call? I'm assuming you were a fan of Power Rangers like the rest of us growing up. What was the call like for you watching the show? I mean, booking the show. Bless you, by the way. It's a loud sneeze.
I felt like that sneeze was like you said something. Yeah. Right? Like it's like, Bosch! Right, didn't it?
You didn't get the call.
That's why it's thank you. So it's just thank you for that. Yep. You heard that.
No, it was crazy. I just woken up and I had a voicemail from my agent, and he was like, call me right now. So I called him back, and he was like, so do you want to go to New Zealand? And I was like, yeah. And then, you know, nothing was like really sinking in until like I called my mom and told her that I got it. And then, you know, like I'm sitting in the street and, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, whatever. But I was crying, you know, it was just really cool because, you know, I graduated from an acting school and this was like my first gig, you know.
Was it like your first audition?
No, it wasn't my first audition. Actually, it was my first audition with that agent, though, that I just got, which was crazy.
Can't fire him.
Yeah, so...
Did you say fire him?
Can't fire him.
Can't fire him. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it was like, you know. It was just a lot of emotions and, you know, growing up watching the show and then that being like my first acting gig was really crazy.
That's amazing, man. I'm about to get to your question, but I say this to Johnny. Johnny, I want to say to you and the rest of the Rangers up here, I am super happy for you guys, and I love this convention, but the only thing I have against y'all is the fact that, Johnny, you look younger than me, and I've been watching you since I was a kid, and I'm kind of annoyed by that, but I'm going to let it slide. But anyway, Miss, how you doing? Say your name. What's your question?
Hi, I'm Kate. Johnny, I was going to ask, would you tell the quarter story?
What story?
The quarter story.
Oh my gosh, the quarter story.
You promised you'd tell it early. You'd tell it again, but I didn't know if you got a chance to
Yeah, but it's kind of a long
yet.
story, though.
Sir.
Boy, we love long stories. Let's hear it. All right. Okay.
All right, so I'll try to tell this kind of fast, all right, if I can. Okay, and here I go. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, so anyways, quarter story. All right, so whenever I go to voiceover work, I take the freeway, and when I come home, I exit the off-ramp, and at the end of that off-ramp, there's a light there, right? And there's always some homeless guy on that corner where that light is before I make a left to go under the overpass and go home. Always some homeless guy. And I always ignored them, too, because I'm in my car, and I feel like they could jack me if I try to give them something, you know, and so I just ignore them. Not that you should ignore homeless people. I just did in that situation. And so anyways, I'm making the story longer. Crap. Okay, so one day I exit the off-ramp, and there's 4 or 5 cars in front of me. It's about like me to almost to the end of the room, not quite that far, but maybe halfway. And I'm there. It's a red light, and a monster truck pulls up behind me. And I just feel the vibration of the engine, and I can just see tires. It's just, right? And it's a true monster truck. And in my head, I hear, as soon as that turns green, bing! It's like Monster Madness. And I just imagine this guy, because I feel like the car is shaking, you know? And I'm like panicking. And so I'm like, oh man, as soon as this turns green, we all better go, because this guy's ready to go. And I have this Ziploc bag full of carrots that I had left over from lunch. I'm scarfing them down. You know, this is my last supper. And I look over, expecting to see some homeless guy standing on the corner that I'm going to ignore. And I saw a homeless woman, and my heart went out to her. I was like, oh man, I feel so bad. You know, that could be my mom, you know? And in LA, you guys know, and any of you guys, if you live here, you know, you have to pay for parking everywhere, you know? And so my cup holders are full of quarters, right? And I just finished those carrots, and I have this empty Ziploc bag. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to give money to this woman here, you know, go change her life or whatever. And so I scoop up all the quarters, every single one of them, and I put them in this Ziploc bag, and I'm like, dude, this is like 3 pounds worth of quarters, right? And so I don't know, I've never done this before in the car, you know, and so I'm like, I just roll down my window, and I put my hand out like this, expecting her to come over, and let me stand up. So roll down the window, I do this, right? And again, she's like me to the halfway to the room, maybe a little bit farther, and she sees me, she has a sign, and she goes like this. I was like, what? Am I supposed to get out? What's supposed to go on? I can't throw that far left-handed. I didn't know what to do, you know? I was like confused. And I was like, what's going on here? And the light changes green, right? And these cars in front of me must have felt the vibration as well of Monster Madness, and they just took off. So instinctively, I'm like, I better start going. And so I start going, right? And then I look down, I'm like, holy cow, I'm like 25 miles an hour right now with a 3-pound bag of quarters. I can't, this monster truck is right behind me. I can't stop suddenly and then him run over me. And I'm like, how is this exchange now going to happen, you know? And I'm like, I can't just throw it in her gut and be like, good, you know? And I'm like, what if she hangs on to it too long and I pull her under my car and kill her? You know, or I hang on to it too long, I get yanked out and I die. So I'm like freaking out, you know? And I'm like, and then I get this moment of clarity, this epiphany. I'm like, Johnny, you're a martial artist. It's just focus and timing. Right? Just judge the distance, you know? And so I'm like, all right, 3-pound bag of quarters, 25 miles an hour. All I have to do is go like this. And I'll watch it gracefully land into her hands. So as I'm approaching her, right, 25 miles an hour, I'm waiting for the right moment. I'm like, now. And I release. And if you've ever been in an accident, time slows down. And that is no joke, right? And I think like God was like, whoa, hit the slow motion button. It was like, Moses, Jesus, bring some nachos. Let's play this one in slow motion. We're going to show him this when he's dead. Over and over and over again. So there I am, I release, and slow motion detail, I watch as this 3-pound bag of quarters flies through the air at 25 miles an hour. 3 pounds worth of quarters. Smacks her in the face. The bag rips open, quarters fall, glistening in the sunlight, and my only reaction was this. No! Going so fast that I screech around the corner. There's nowhere to turn around. All I saw was her reaction was this. She went down as I screamed no, went around the corner. Homeless woman. It's a true story.
That was beautiful. Guys, can we give a round of applause for that, please?
My life.
That's great.
So if there's a lesson to be learned here, it's don't give homeless people money while driving your car. It's a true story. Here's the thing. It's like, before that day, I'm not even joking. Before that day, it's on Topanga, 118,
I know
right
exactly
there.
where you're
But right there, there's always been a homeless dude standing on that corner. But after that day, never again. I'm not even joking. Never again.
Yeah.
And I think like the homeless people meet, you know, like under a bridge fire. This is what I envision. under a bridge, there's like a barrel fire or something. They're like huddled around, and Bob shows up and it's like, hey, Bob, where's Sarah? It's like, you didn't hear? She's dead. Some guy killed her with quarters. We had just enough to bury her. I do feel like I should put a little white cross there or something. Anyways.
That got
man.
really
That's right.
dark at the
You
end.
should have played dodgeball, man.
That's how I do. So, anyways, that sucked.
That's the
Okay.
quarter story. That
I do that stuff all the time. Let me tell you one. This one's really fast, but I'm not trying to tell you. I'm just gonna example of what my life is like. All right, I'm at Disneyland. I told this at breakfast. I was at Disneyland with my daughter, and we're walking around. I see this lizard run by, and I like bring her over. I'm like, oh, look, there's a lizard. And she's like, where? Right? We go over. There's a lizard running, and then we lean down like this, and I go, hey, little guy. And then a little person turns and looks at me, and I go, what? And then the lizard runs off, and I was like, no, there's a No, I wasn't, not you. There's a lizard.
Oh, man.
Johnny Young Bosch.
Yay.
That's my life.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah.
You see why it's always better to bet on black? How you doing?
And one blue.
And one blue?
You're like Ben Stiller. You're like Ben Stiller in your real life. Like Ben Stiller in Meet Meet the Parents.
Exactly. That's
What's your name? What's your question, buddy?
Hi, my name is Albert from right here in Pasadena.
Pasadena!
Hey,
This
this was
actually,
kind of
for-
easy for you. I don't know if we should give you that big of a cheer. I'm just kidding.
No. You played a lot of anime roles after you left Power Rangers, like someone mentioned, Vaster Stampede from Trigun.
I mentioned that, yes.
My personal favorite were Renton Thurston from Eureka 7.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, cool.
In case you didn't know, the new Artemis on
Artemis,
Sailor
yeah,
Moon,
right,
yeah. Out of all the roles you've been in, including this one, what was by far your most memorable character for you to voice on?
To do a voice on?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. I have a lot of memorable, for me, I mean, it's probably the same for you guys. Any role that you take on, there's like something really cool about it, right? You know, so for me, there's like always a special moment or memory, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So even with Power Rangers, I had like my moments. Like you had that moment of you just being like, dude, I got it. You know, I had moments like that. you know, even for me on Power Rangers. So I don't know about voiceovers. There's so many different ones, you know, for me to choose from. And it's like,
have to have a moment to enjoy it.
Exactly, and to be real and true to that character, you know. And also, you're asking like, it's like you choose my favorite child, you know. It's like, no, each one is a little bit of me. You know, I don't know what my favorite would be. Okay, I'll give you this. One of my favorites would be Nero in Devil May Cry, just because it was just fun. I got to go to Japan and do mocap.
Right. I didn't know that.
Nero, yeah.
You're the voice of Nero in Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
That's intense.
MC4.
Yeah. Kung Jin was actually kind of cool. Mortal Kombat X, you know. It's like, now your spine is being ripped out. I'm like, what does that sound like? You're right, yeah.
That's it.
Yo, okay, do me a favor. Back of the line, last person in the line, raise your hand. You are the last question. Please, nobody get up behind him. I want to make sure I get to everybody's question. How you doing, buddy? What's your name? What's your question?
I'm John. I'm from Reno.
Reno!
First, a shout out to John for making it, and coincidentally, you do have the power to turn into all the Blue Rangers, so you're representing them more ways than one.
Yeah,
Touche.
This is for all the actors out there. I know with Power Rangers it's hard to really get any improv scenes in there, but are there any scenes that were improv that made it into the final cut?
I mean, we improvised a lot. I don't know if any of it made it in the
When we
thing.
switched when we switched bodies.
Oh, yeah.
We
That's what it
improvised
was.
a scene where we talked about how we never changed clothes,
Yeah.
but apparently it never made it.
Yeah, because we, you know, in our season, we always had the exact same outfit every single episode. And what's that? I know. What was up with that? And we had several lines that we would put in
Hey.
where someone would come in and the other person would go, "Oh man, that's a nice shirt. Where'd you find that?" Or you know, you have a strange smell
I found
about
this in
you
the back
today.
of my closet. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Are those shoes new? Because they look exactly the ones you wore like yesterday. And
They never put them in though.
but then there's an episode where a monster switches our bodies, and it's like I think it's called "The Grass Is Always Greener" or bluer, and we switch bodies and incidentally switch clothes, but we're wearing the not the clothes that person's been wearing the whole season. They suddenly found new clothes that are
somewhere in my closet,
Yeah.
he found new clothes.
So that day we just went off about the clothes. I see a question from, is that Cameron Gibo, the Silver Ranger? Is that who that is? I think it is. That's right. That's right. That was also the day. That was also, I think, the day where I discovered how to make a robot dolphin sound, which I feel like I should do for you now.
Yes, absolutely.
That's pretty cool, man. Did that answer the question?
I don't know. Yeah.
Wait, what was the question?
Improv. Have you guys improvised?
Yeah.
So yes.
All right. How you doing, man? What's your question, buddy?
Hi, Matt from New York.
New York!
Matt.
New York!
Before I start, is my question limited to one or two people? Or is
Yes, please.
Okay. So my question's for Azim and Johnny. So martial arts has been a big part of my life. Power Rangers got me involved in martial arts. I've been studying it for 13, 14 years around there. I taught for 5.5. And I used it in my essay for my 3rd degree black belt test.
That's fantastic.
So my question to you guys was, what is your martial arts experience? What styles do you study? And how'd you incorporate that into Power Rangers?
Specifically on Power Rangers? Well, before the Power Rangers, Shaolin Kung Fu was my thing. Shaolin and Muay Thai, but mostly Shaolin. And that's really, I just brought in Kung Fu when I was on Power Rangers specifically. But then when I was there, like all the stunt guys came from different disciplines. I trained with a lot of those guys. Currently, I do various other martial arts, Eskrima, Kali. I've been doing some jiu-jitsu stuff with Steve. But yeah, I like to mix it up. I want to be a well-rounded martial artist.
Yeah, I think that's really the main thing that I've told people too, because I think a lot of times when somebody asks, "What martial arts do you do?" they're thinking, "Oh, like I'm trying." They're in search of the right martial art, and I don't think there is
curious
a. Yeah, no,
No,
I'm not
you
saying
are.
you
No, you're looking for the right one.
Yeah.
I personally do Kempo, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, right.
Because I remember before Power Rangers, I came in with fencing experience, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Taekwondo, which are all extremely different. But I remember they all came in handy when we were on set. Someone hands you a sword, you know what to do with it, But then somebody throws a kick, and it's just a variety of things. Like you said, well-rounded. Well-rounded. Yeah. Yes. Well-rounded.
Nice.
Thank you for that question.
Thank you, man. So, we got a super short time, so I'm getting to everybody. This is lightning round. I want everybody to be happy. I'm a people pleaser. Black Ranger shirt. What's your name? What's your question, buddy?
Hey, my name's David, all the way from the city called L.A.
L.A.
Oh, all the way.
Did L.A. just get booze?
Yeah. No, it's like a hoot, hoot, and a oh.
Johnny, especially glad to have you here. I have an Asian wearing my Black Ranger shirt, and you were inspiration. Not Tommy, actually. You were my inspiration, so thank you for that.
Oh, wow, thanks, man.
But for everyone here, whoever wants to answer, even our Outshine or our Eyeshine band buddy here, you guys in the show stood for great causes, save the world from things. If you could stand for something today, or if you already do, or save the world for something today, what would that be?
Man, that's deep.
That's the first question in the lightning round?
I know, right? Lightning round. What do you stand for? Holy cow! Yeah, because you got to say the right thing now.
It's a great question. I know that I'm going to with Erin Cahill to help her in Nepal. She's part of this organization called Build On, and they build schools for towns. I think mostly in Africa, but we're going to Nepal for this one. That's going to be like next year. But other than that, I think everybody on the stage has done classes and projects for free, and you always try and, make them for a good cause, even if the cause isn't there, And it's really nice to be a part of something like Build On, where you're like, oh yeah, I know exactly where every penny of my dollar is going in this.
Yeah, that's the hard thing, yeah, because I donate to various charity things, but then you never really know. You just kind of hope.
Never know.
It's like giving money to a homeless person. Is that person homeless?
You know what I say?
You don't know. Are you going to knock them out?
Chuck a bag of change at them.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Kids, though, my heart always goes out to kids, though, really. Homeless, orphans, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, there's an organization. You guys, come on. We need to have the lightning round.
That's not lightning round, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah. But it's a great question, though.
Yeah. Great question.
Thank you for that.
Striped shirt. What's your name, man? What's your question, buddy?
I'm Sean Thomas. I'm from South Dakota.
South Dakota!
This question is for Johnny here. I really appreciate hearing your story about throwing the quarters at the homeless
really?
lady.
You appreciate that?
That was really cool.
Was that your mom? That was my mom.
Hey, I really like stories, so I really like how you said it. It was really entertaining. So I just had a quick question. Like, since I know you like to brutally beat homeless people, like, how do you feel about helping homeless people? Like, what are your aspirations for helping homeless people in the future? Or what are you doing like right now?
Hey, man. All right.
And that was a joke, by the way. Thank you for laughing.
Yeah. No,
when are you going to open up a homeless shelter at Topanga Canyon? Come on.
It's going to be called Bag of Quarters. Yeah. Bag full of quarters.
Yeah. Hey, it's always good to give donations.
That's the next movie I'm working on.
27 quarters.
Bag full of quarters. No. Okay. That was a joke, though, right?
That was a joke. But let's be serious now.
Okay.
So.
Serious now. Lightning round seriousness.
I can tell you do care about the homeless. I can tell you do. You said about the orphans. So
yeah.
What would you like to do later on? Like, do you go to church events? Do you help out with the homeless?
I do. Yeah, I've done various things. Not only just donating to different causes in that, but I have done feeding the homeless or gifting the homeless or putting all the clothes like you have in your closet or whatever that you don't wear or that you don't use. People can really use those things. So I've done that and donated things of my own, clothing and other things like that. I mean, stuff. That's what I do. Besides throwing quarters in their face. Yeah.
You
Amen,
beautiful
man.
philanthropist.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Hey, I respect
man.
that. Amen. God bless you, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it. How you doing, buddy? What's your name? What's your question?
Howdy, I'm Austin from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin!
Hey, why you gotta say it like that?
I don't have a Yooper voice. One of the things I noted is you guys actually all have more than one suit for your characters. So I was wondering if you did like a Forever episode, which one would you prefer to wear?
Black.
The black?
Blue.
Well, I mean like the Megaforce or Super Megaforce? for you,
Megaforce.
John?
Yeah. Super Mega Force.
Ouch. Y'all about that collar life?
No, it's just like I think the Super Mega Force looks better. I know that you don't like looking like Peter Pan.
I don't like looking like Peter Pan at all.
But I just think I like the Elvis collar. I'm digging that.
Thank you so much. What's your name? What's your question, buddy?
James, I'm from Nebraska.
Oh, hey, Nebraska!
James.
And my question's for Johnny. You are considered one of the greatest rangers of all time, of course. Right up there with Jason David Frank. So I have to ask, if it came down to it, could Adam take Tommy in a fight, or would he need a bag of quarters?
Wait, could Adam take Tommy? Is that what you said? In a fight?
Yeah.
Well, with a Megazord.
With a
bag of quarters.
Oh, with a bag of quarters.
Could you beat up Tommy with a bag of
With
quarters?
a bag of quarters, yeah, I think so. I mean, he's got like, or he'd be like, Saba'd be talking, right? Sabu Saber or whatever, and I'd be like,
Would he?
I'm kind of imagining like.
Would he need the quarters?
oh yeah,
though?
right? Be doing, that'd be good. You know how people do that with dollars? I'd be doing quarters, man.
Would he need it though, or could he just take them normally?
What was that?
Would he need the quarters though, or could he just take them normally?
Would he take it normally? Would I need the, oh. Would I need the, I think Adam would need the quarters, yeah. I mean, think about it. He's got a talking, all right, dude, okay, so did you see the movie? I was a frog, all right? He was the Falcon, and he was the winged lord of the sky, is what they called him. So, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but.
That's true, I did morph with a broken morpher. He didn't. I risked my life for those Rangers.
Boss.
Right? I could have died.
Yo, thank you so much for your question.
Thanks for your question.
Yo, that's the funny thing. Like, you morph with a broken morpher. I think as kids, we were like in suspense, but they would not have shown you die in the middle of a morph.
I know, but I wanted to die though. In that like fight, and then Adam's dead, and at the end,
soundbite.
I know.
I know, but I wanted to die.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to die. Sorry, guys.
How you doing, man? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Andrew I'm from Chicago.
Chicago.
So my question is for you, Azim or Azim. I don't even know how to pronounce
Azim.
it. Azim,
Thank you.
excuse me. So there was an episode of Super Megaforce early on. We were like, so my color's black. Why am I green? I eventually want to ask you guys this. I want to ask all the Megaforce this later. I want to ask you this later on, Johnny. But time is short. But
prepare yourself.
Okay. Yes, prepare
Okay.
yourself.
I'm gonna have a good
Azim,
answer
I want to
then.
ask you, what do you think Ghost said to you why your color changed from black to green?
That's a great question. I actually do get this question every now and again. No, I do. And I have like my own answer that I made up because they didn't really. You guys, they changed my color, and in the first episode, I look at Ghost and I say, "Why did my color change?" And he goes, "Oh, there's a simple explanation for that." And then the alarm goes off, and they never explain it.
Toys.
Yeah, toys. Yeah, and that was sort of the. We actually we had a panel yesterday, and James, the story editor, who was like in the room when that decision was made, actually told me. It's been 3 years now, and I've been asking this question and been getting asked this question, and he finally answered it for me. And the answer is toys. That's the answer.
Go, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the answer is they were like, oh, well, we're changing the seasons, and it's a different outfit, and why don't we just make this like an inside joke between us and the fans, where we just kind of, everybody will look at each other and go, oh, we know why. But my answer that I had, because I had to come up with something, I was like, okay, well, he changes colors some way, was that I was an earth element when I was black, And so I imagined myself as a little seed in the ground. And then as I grew into green.
Wow. I love that, man.
Like a
I love
plant.
That.
Like a plant.
Thank you very much.
A very fantastic plant.
Thank you so much for your question.
Yes, I'm Abraham
What's-
from East Los Angeles.
Say all of that one more time.
Abraham from East Los Angeles.
Say what?
Into the mic.
Abraham from East Los Angeles.
Oh, Los
Oh,
Angeles.
East Los Angeles. Okay.
East Los Angeles.
My question is for Johnny. Since I have a lot of anime friends, I want to settle the score. Which world did you like more, Ichigo or the Adam?
Which world?
No, which role did you like more?
Role? I probably should say Adam.
Probably should.
Or I would be killed right after this.
No, destroyed. We don't kill in Power
Oh, that's
Rangers.
right. Destroyed. I would explode in a ball of puffy, blackish sparks, or green, depending on which season. Adam was my first role. I mean, it was my first audition. It was my first acting gig. Acting, you know, and or at least for me, I use that term loosely. But yeah, I guess I would probably choose Adam. That was my first thing, really. Yeah.
Thank you. Dope. Thank you, man. We literally have 2 minutes. Let's go, fella. What's
You
your
got 1
name? What's
minute.
your question, buddy?
My name is Etan, and I'm from Rialto.
Rialto!
My question for you guys is, did all of you get to work with Chip Lynn? And if so, how was it working with him?
We didn't. We worked with Jonathan Secor.
Yeah, Chip is great, and he took on various different roles, but he was awesome. Yeah, do you know Chip?
No, but I would love to meet the guy. He had some of my favorite Power Ranger episodes, and I always wanted to meet him. So I just wanted to know what was it like working with him.
Yeah, he was pretty knowledgeable, and he was really into like story and the characters. That was his thing. So he's kind of known for that, really, or at least for us, the Rangers.
By the
Thank you.
way, Super Mega Force, love your show.
Cheers.
And my niece would flip out if he knew you were there, Azim.
Thank you so much for that.
Nice. That's very nice. Thank you so much, yo. Our final question goes to the man.
La finale.
The grand finale. How's it going, guys?
Good.
My name is Daniel, and I'm from San Jose.
San Jose!
Yeah,
baby!
There's a question about cameos. Like with yours, Johnny, in Operation Overdrive, when Ninja Steel starts, will we see appearances by Megaforce and backwards?
That's a great question. Do you have Chip Lynn's phone number? Let me call him and ask him that
we'll
question
ask.
real quick.
We'll ask. I'll ask Saban. I'll tweet him.
Do you have him on speed
Wait, you know,
dial,
why
right?
don't you guys tweet him?
Yes.
You heard the
and-
original Black Ranger. Tweet
Hey, and
Saban.
you guys should tweet for all of us. Because
Seriously.
we should all come back.
If everyone in this room simultaneously pulls out their phone right now and tweets at Power Rangers, we would like to see, and then list all of our Twitter accounts in
Boom.
the next season, we still have a 1% chance of getting in the show.
Yo, that's hilarious.
But I
First-
believe in you.
Yeah.
I believe that you guys can make it happen.
Without
Y'all
you
can.
guys, that's a 0.5% chance.
Yes,
So I think
exactly.
you guys
Exactly.
just-
Or less, maybe.
Maybe less.
Look here, real super important announcement. Come here. I want you to say it. Oh,
Say super
there we
mega
are. My man Peter, first of all, this is about to be an incredible thing.
All right, guys. Hey, guys, you've seen me running around like a crazy man. I'm Peter Svensson, head of programming. I made that schedule that kind of just made things work. No. I'm not. Okay, so Power Morphicon is having a charity auction for Make-A-Wish today. In the exhibit hall at the Power Morphicon booth, which is across from the Bandai gigantic one, we have a lot of merchandise, some donated by Saban. They donated a lot of cool things, some things from my own personal collection, some things from our collections. We are auctioning it off. It's a silent auction, so you go there and just write down your name and how much you're willing to spend on it. It ends at 2 p.m. today. And this is really important to Morphicon because Make-A-Wish is our charity for this year, and we really want this to succeed. So even if you don't maybe not like the things there, maybe tell your friends about it because I really want to have some good money raised for a great cause. Thank you all. Enjoy the
Cool.
convention.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. This guy, literally, he didn't say this, but he spent a lot of his own money buying those items for the silent auction. So, guys, make sure you definitely support that. Make-A-Wish is huge. Saban donated some stuff. I wish Saban would have donated a movie trailer. Anyway, what I want to say, I want to make a super loud, first of all, before you guys give them their accolades and their applause, I want you guys to do me a favor. These guys have booths. I want you to go to their booth. I want you to talk to them. I want you to get your pictures, get autographs, and I want you to give a super ridiculous amount of energy and love to these people for dedicating their time. They did not have to do it. Johnny, Young, Bosch,
Thank you guys.
Azim, Loudermilk, Eyeshine. They did not have to do this. I appreciate you. I'm literally going to give you a big hug after this panel's over. Make sure you guys continue to. We have a panel coming up after this. Any announcements you guys want to make right now?
Yeah, thank you guys.
There it is.
Thank you.
Whoever posts this video, post it as Power Morphicon Back in Black.
With a
Bet on
question
black.
mark.
Something with black
Back
in
in
it.
black and blue.
Black and blue.
For we are bruised.